Welcome back to Everyday Hockey, presented by DraftKings, the leader in daily fantasy sports. Don't forget to use promo code THPN upon sign up for a bonus. And if you're a regular user, plug that promo code in for a weekly deal. Today, we talk about the tragic passing of Matiss Kivlenieks. Let's get into the video. Now, Dylan, there's going to be topics on this YouTube channel that are really hard to talk about. There's going to be videos that we don't necessarily want to make, but we did want to put this one out and talk a little bit about the young goaltender for the Columbus Blue Jackets who his passing, it happened way too soon.
I think the entire hockey world is in shock right now. And anybody that had any contact with this young man, very unfortunate. I mean, this guy had such a bright future in front of him.
It's just sad.
It's
what
tough.
else can we say? It's just sad.
I'm at a loss for words, really. I am.
It's really sad. Before we just get into the story and give our condolences and just remember this young player, let's talk about the situation, because reports have changed since the early news this morning, Dylan.
Yeah, so it was a July 4th celebration. Well, it started off as a celebration.
He's spending his summer in the United States.
Yeah, so fireworks were going off, and there's some sort of malfunction where some of them tipped over. I'm not 100% sure, the whole situation, but they tipped over and they were firing towards a hot tub full of people. So people were rushing out of the hot tub, as you would if fireworks were coming at you. The initial reports were that he slipped and hit his head on the concrete. Now we find that's not true. He actually got hit in the chest area, believed with a firework from that malfunction. So yeah, I mean, tragic situation, complete freak accident. It could have happened to anybody. And, just value life, because this just shows it can happen to anybody. And it's just such a freak accident. So unfortunate.
No, I couldn't have said it better myself there. And, coming off, some success in the World Championship, he was actually the goaltender who shut out Canada for Team Latvia. I don't know if there are high projections of him to become like a bona fide starter in the National Hockey League, but he was so loved by his teammates and friends and family and the organization there in Columbus that he probably had a bright future as a 1B or a backup, or just a professional hockey player in general. Like, that's your dream as a young kid, grinding, especially overseas, just to come over to North America to play this beautiful game at the highest level.
And I hate to bring up the numbers in a situation like this, but he was playing pretty well in the AHL when he got assigned there, was putting up pretty good numbers, had 8 games in the NHL for the Columbus Blue Jackets. So, I mean, with goaltenders, anything can happen. They can pop off at 26, 27 years old. So, yeah, very unfortunate. It's been ripped away from this young guy.
Yeah, and as, Canucks fans, we can empathize with the fan base a little bit in the fact that when we watched hockey, when we were growing up, there was a young prospect for the Vancouver Canucks, Luc Bourdon, who he passed away way too soon in a tragic motorcycle accident as well. And at the time, and even a little bit today, it still hasn't 100% sunk in. We were so surprised with this young, bright defensive star who just, it was gone. And it was so hard to comprehend that, like, no, this is real. And this was a tragic accident for Luc Bourdon, much like what happened with this young goaltender in Columbus. But the same sort of feeling, transpired with us when, Rick Rippon passed away, when with the boogeyman in Minnesota when he passed away. Obviously different situations there, but it just sucks. And I feel for the fan base, as someone who, has faced tragedy and seeing, players that we've loved and we've, got to know as fans pass away too young, especially, at 24 years old, in your early 20s.
Yeah, early 20s. Yeah, I mean, like you said with Luc Bourdon, we went through that. We were about 14, 15 years old at that point, at 2008, 2009, when Luc Bourdon passed. And I agree, it just never really sinks in, I guess. You're excited to see this young player, and he has so much going for him, and then just all of a sudden one day it's gone. It's tough to grasp, and Columbus Blue Jackets fans, it's going to take a while. Trust me, it's not going to be easy.
No, it will for sure. And Kivlenieks, much like Bourdon was, just a salt of the earth human, just an amazing human from what I've been reading, from what his teammates have said about him. Even before his passing, doing some research preparing for this video. it just sucks to see that this young man has gone too soon, and that he was just such a bright human and had so much potential, not only just on the ice, but in life as well.
Yeah, no, very tragic.
We're not going to get into any expansion draft, implications or anything like that. We're going to actually end off the video now. We do want to hear from you all, though. Like, please comment in the video below. Tell us, how you think the Columbus Blue Jackets should honor this player. We'd really love to hear that. We really love to connect with Columbus Blue Jackets fans on this topic as well. That's it for the video today. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.